over situation. We do have someone, couldn't be here physically, he will be bidding over the phone. So if you see my colleague Ryan caught out a bid, don't worry, he's not buying the house, he's bidding on behalf of someone that's bidding over the phone. By saying that, before proceeding to competitive biddings here today, let me just quickly draw attention to the contract sale, which has been made available to you prior to today's auction and on display for the last 30 minutes. Very straightforward auction contract. You find no difference compared to the others that we're using in the state of Victoria for residential property auctions. Two parts of the contract form the framework of the competition here today. The particular sale, special conditions and in general conditions. Attached to that is the vendor statement, which is more commonly known as a Section 32 document that outlines all the relevant information you need to know in terms of becoming a new owner of this property right here. The particular sale reads as follows. The marketing agent for owner here today is Railway Real Estate. And the property we sell is commonly known to you and I, your neighbours, your postman, your Uber Eats delivery driver, simply as number 4A Blackshaw Street here in McKinnon. Inclusive in today's sale are offer fixed recovery and slide fittings, window furnishings, everything that's in permanent nature as inspected, and on all fixtures and fittings except for one thing. That's this auction board that we're proudly presented in front of the property, which will be removed a few days after the sale with a sold sticker on it. Of course, the lucky purchaser, you have the choice, the option of putting on the sold sticker yourselves, and I'll be more than happy to be your photographer to take a few happy snaps of you putting on the sold sticker for your Saturday afternoon Instagram, WeChat or Facebook posting with the hashtag homebuyer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're selling on the auction conditions today. So if you are the successful purchaser, we'll need your autograph on the contract sale and paying a 10% deposit equivalent of the purchase price, and of which $20,000 is the minimum amount that will require you to transfer. If you do choose to pay by the way of EFT, of course, we do take check, and that will be backed on next Monday, the next business day. Settlement is flexible, 30, 60, all the way up to 90 days, your choice. Of course, unless you made other arrangements before the commence of today's auction. The contract you'll be signing will be unconditional. There is no cooling off period. As the auctioneer, it's my duty and responsibility to ensure today's auction is conducted in accordance with the rules that set out in the Sale Land Regulations 2014 or any additional conditions that's made available for inspection prior to today's auction. The rules prohibit false bidding, major interruptions by bidders, and any other illegal activities during the course of the auction. There are fines for such conduct. Bidders will be indicated upon request by me as the auctioneer. The rules do permit vendor bids. The terms I will use to indicate I'm making on behalf of the vendor will be simply vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer here today, can make a vendor bid. And lastly, buyers, if you want to be the one assigning one of these in the next 15 to 20 minutes time, please pay particular attention to the next two rules because they are crucial for your success here today. One, by law, as the auctioneer, I cannot accept any bids or offers that's made after I declare the property sold. So before I knock it down to the successful person here today, I'll simply call it out 3 times, like so. First call, second call, third and final call, and once the property has been knocked down, I can't take any more bids. And lastly, owner has a reserve price. In the event, if we fall short of that reserve, by law, only the last bidder will have the first opportunity to buy this property at our owner's reserve. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to number 4A Blackshaw Street here in McKinnon. One of the best pocket, if not the best pocket of a McKinnon this postcode has to offer. Because everything McKinnon is known for is pretty much right here on your doorstep. We are in between the McKinnon Secondary College and the McKinnon Primary School, and literally within 200 metres of walking distance. The shops on Centre Road in Bentley is only moments of drive away. We are in between McKinnon and Ormond Station, and that's the convenience for your daily commute if you're not a fan of driving. And we are pretty much 10 minutes away from Taston Shopping Centre and 10 minutes from the waterfront. And the property itself, there's no cutting corners when our owners design and build these homes because just a mirror to what they wanted to live with. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms with a single car garage, of course, and there's additional parking space off the street. Some of the features in the home is a high end in this marketplace, timber floor, Also, ASCO high-end appliances in the kitchen. But you know what, buyers? You've been through the property in the last 4 weeks of the campaign. You know it better than me as the listing agent. You've done your research. You know the reason you are here at 3:36 on a Saturday afternoon because you know this is something that's too good to miss. With the building material, building costs are so sky high these days. This is a sensible option because everything has been done for you. You're able to move in tomorrow if it's up to you. But yet only one buyer can walk away with sign a contract, and we can only sell it to one family. Whether that's going to be you, whether you are going to buy your Saturday back today on the 28th of May, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to find out who's going to start today's proceeding. Very reasonable, even-handed bid in your hands now. I can start with the vendor bid, but rather you let the market determine the value. Bid at whatever comfortable level you are.
1.7.
At 1.7, there we go. The phone bidder holds the key to 1.7 million. I caught a $20,000 rise from this point. At 1.7, with the phone bidder there. At 1.7, he's close to the door. 720, welcome to you, sir, to 720. At 1.72, now to 7.2, can I call it 740? At 720 is the bid. At 1.72, across the road, at 720, what do you say, call it 40? At 1.72 now, at $1,720,000, where do we go? At 1.72, still below what we indicated what likely to be sold. At $1,720,000, 40 under, not a 40. At 40 against you now, sir, quarter 60. I'll take me straight to 1A, see if that works. At $1,740,000 with the opening bidder. At 174, he's not here, beer, but he's closer to anyone. Yes, 60 straight back at 176. 60 is the call, quarter 80. Well, like I suggested, take me straight to 1.8 at $1,760,000 across the road here at 1,760. At $1,760,000, are we done?
10,000?
Make it 20. 760, quarter 80. At 60 is the quarter 1.76. At $1,760,000, are we done?
I want to rise 10,000.
10, I'll take the 10. At 10 now, at 777, at 770 over 1 million at 1.77. Against you, sir. What do you say? At 1,770,000, yes, sir.
780.
780, welcome to you at a 780 at a 1.780. 780 is the call against you, phone bidder. At 780,000 over 1 million is the bid here. At 1.78, what do you say to 780? Sir, against you also at $1,780,000.
5,000.
Make it a 10. 780. Call it 90, sir. At $1,780,000. Bids to my right here. At $1,780,000. 90 straight back at 90, sir. What do you say? Call it 1.8. 790 across the road against you now at $1,790,000. Also here at 1,790 at $1,790,000. Bids across the road. 1.8. Who's going to take me there? At $1,790,000. Bids over there now. Tempt you back in, sir. Another 10 on top. At 790 over 1. At 1.79. Who's going to take me to 1.8? At $1,790,000. First call now at 1.79. Second call at $1,790,000. Hold done. Hold finished. Hold silent now at $1,790,000. 1.8. 1.8. At 1,790. At $1,790,000. Are we all done? All finished? All silent? Calling third. Third final opportunity at $1,790,000. I can sense a bidding coming this way at $1,790,000. What do you say? At $1,790,000. I'll give you a moment to think about it. Also here, sir, I'll submit the offer 1.79 to the owner. Won't take too long. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. We are inches close for sale here today. Sir, and also you, sir, you had about 2 minutes and 42 seconds to think about your next move. We are at 1,790,000, sir. You are holding the highest bid at the moment at 1,790,000. I'll reopening the bidding. I'll take $10,000 rise, ladies and gentlemen.
2,000. You take?
I'll take 5. At 1,790,000 across the road. I'll take 5. Can't be fairer than that. 1,790,000, 5 or better bid. At 1,790,000, are we done finished? Head silent, sir. At $1,790,000, are we all done? All finished, all silent. At 1,790,000. 95. First call at 1.79. Second call at $1,790,000. All done, all finished, all silent.
5,000.
95, a 95, a 95, just snuck in a 95. And 1,795,000, sir. Tempt you back in, call another 5, take me to 1.8. At $1,795,000 your bid. At 1,795,000, what do you say? 1.8, sir. 1,795. At 1,795,000 bits over there now. Also here, sir. I'll take the 5. Call a 1.8.
One counted.
I'll take you 1. Take the 5. Call a 5. 1 wouldn't buy you the house. The 5 possible. 1.8. Check your head the wrong way. This will get you the house. Call a 1.8. At 1,795,000 on the phone here. At 1,795,000, sir. What do you say? Another 5. Take me to 1.8. That could be the magic number to 1,795,000. All done. All finished. Last 3 call. Once, twice, 3 times. At 1,795,000. I'll give you a moment to think about it. We won't take the 1 just yet. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. $1,795,000. If there's no more advancing, we'll simply pass the property to the gentleman on the phone, and we likely have a deal soon. At $1,795,000. Temporary congratulations, sir. At 1,795. Sir, you had about 2 minutes to think about your next move. I wouldn't take the 1. I'll call it 5. At 1,795. At $1,795,000. Sir, same to you. What do you say? Take me to 1.8. At 1,790.
1.8.
At 1.8. At 1,800,000. Back to you, sir. At 1.8. Another 5 will put you back to the driver's seat at $1,800,000 across the road at 1.8. And you're holding the key to 1.8 million. At 1,800,000, are we done? 100%. At $1,800,000 beats across the road. I called it 3 times and 3 times only at $1,800,000. First call at 1.8. Second call at $1,800,000. All done, all finished, all silent. For the third and final opportunity at $1,800,000. Bits over there, all done, all finished. Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending today's auction. I officially passed the property to the gentleman across the road. Hopefully, we'll send the property to you soon. And have a good weekend.